Hi everyone, nice to see you again. Thank you for being here. Today we're going to talk about stuff that you should be investing a little bit of time and a little bit of money in for your home. First, we're going to start off with glassware. Glassware, I don't mean like fancy wine glasses and things like that. It does not have to be fancy at all. I have very simple, just like drink glasses that I bought from Crate & Barrel. These are tempered glass, which is the key. So these can be tossed around, they've been knocked over, they've hit the ground, the hard surfaces, and they have not shattered at all because they are tempered glass. So that's what you want to look for. And that's really the key here. They do not have to be fancy. They just have to be ultra durable, ultra long lasting. They can't scratch up in the dishwasher. They have to work. That's it. And so this stuff is worth your investment for sure, because you don't want to be replacing your glassware every couple of years or every time one breaks in the dishwasher. Get tempered glass, spend a bit more money, and it will be extremely long lasting. All right, next up, cutting boards. So a good cutting board will serve you for life, basically. And that's what I wanted. And that's why I invested in one that is a Canadian brand called Larchwood. And it is made from the wood of a larch tree. Yeah. This is an end grain board, and you can get edge grain, end grain, either way. I think that is the key because it does not dull your knives as quickly. It means that it's kind of self-healing in a way. You want to get a nice chunky one, I think, at least. And I actually talk about this in my other video, which I will link here, about including large items in your small home. You really want to invest your time and money here into a good one, because once you buy one, again, you can have it for generations. Honestly, this stuff lasts. As long as you take care of it, oiling it regularly, say once a month, that's what I do. This is where you can really get your money's worth. Next up is sheets and mattresses. So they say that you want to invest your money in anything that is between your body and the ground, and a mattress or anything on your bed really counts in that matter. So mattresses, I think, are pretty self-explanatory. You want something that is comfortable. But sheets, I think that's kind of an overlooked area of investing a little bit more. And so, yes, you want something that looks good on your bed for sure, but you also want something that will last, that is woven well, that will stand the test of time. That is the key for me. Just be in a long-term relationship with me. If I was on Hinge and I was looking for sheets, I would say looking for long-term, no short-term, no flings. I want it forever. We do have some nice woven cotton sheets right now. But I think if I were to reinvest, I would try linen, I have to say, like a nice Belgian linen, because I think that could be even more cooling. Sheets, good sheets. You want nice sheets. You want something that feels good against the skin, that won't make you overheat, that won't pill. And you want something that you don't have to iron. I'm sorry, we're not ironing sheets here. It's not happening. No way. No ironing sheets. I won't do it. I won't stand for it. And I think that is key with something like cotton and linen. I think it could look a little like rustic if there's a bit of wrinkle to it. So just go with the flow, let it just kind of drape over your bed, and invest in good quality sheets. It will save your sleep. Rugs. This is not meaning that you have to spend a fortune on a rug. Rugs are expensive, and I'm not telling you to spend, thousands of dollars or even in the upper hundreds of dollars. You can buy rugs used. It is a gamble because, again, you are dealing with the potential for creepy crawlies. But if you steam the rug really well at a really high temperature before you bring it into your home, that is a great way for keeping your home safe from these unwanted, bed bugs and stuff. Steam is key. So whenever I buy anything used, I steam it. I steam the heck out of it. And rugs are one of those things. So look for rugs, specifically wool, I would say. Wool rugs are really durable, really long lasting, and they repel stain, they repel moisture, they repel stink. And we have a dog, and she has, long claws and stretches her ass out on this rug. And yes, every so often I have to trim it because she'll pull up little loops, but this thing is so durable. It survived her peeing on it when she was a puppy. It's surviving her claws. It's surviving all the hair she sheds every single day. And it's in still wonderful shape. And wool rugs are known to last generations. So if you want to invest in like one solid piece for your flooring that will last a long time, get a good wool rug. Look for sales, but also look secondhand. Consignment stores, thrift stores, vintage markets, they often have really good quality hand woven rugs. go for it. Invest a little time and a little bit more money, and you'll have a very long-lasting rug. This is something that I touched on in my last video on what you do not have to spend a lot of money on and what you can cheap out on. And spoiler alert, it can go both ways. And this is art. So absolutely, you can get budget art. You can find it thrifted. You can find wonderful quality prints that you don't have to spend a lot of money on an original piece of art for. However, if art is important to you and you want a kind of specific piece, or you have a little bit of spending money and you want to invest in something, I think art is a great place to invest a little bit more money into, and a little bit of time as well, doing your research, getting to know the different artists, and especially artists in your area. If you want to buy something from a local artist in your city, I think that's a great place to invest some of your time and your research into, because you are investing in somebody's beautiful output that they poured their heart and soul into. And it's a piece that will it won't lose value over time. It's something, especially if it means a lot to you and is near and dear to you. So art can go both ways. Next is frames, which connects to art. We've got some budget frames here for sure. And some of those have served me well, but I have to say I've had to replace them a couple times, or kind of make like a Frankenstein's monster of a few different budget frames mixed together. Like I had a pane of glass in one of the budget frames shatter. I've had the actual frame come apart and I've had to use the glass from a different frame. Anyway, the budget frames have worked, but they have their limitations. And I think a lot of the IKEA frames, I have one actually, the gold one, and it does its job, but it's not like true glass. And I think that's where it kind of fails for me. I want like a nice thick glass on the frame. And so I don't think you have to get custom frames done by any means. Definitely not. That is expensive. It really is. If you're good at measuring and you're good at finding and sourcing frames that are already pre-made but are good quality, go that route. Above me here, right there. That is a print. The art in the frame is a print, but the frame itself I picked up from West Elm, and it's a really lovely walnut frame. And it's small, but it still cost me a pretty penny because of the material. So I had a specific vision for that one frame in that one spot, and I wanted it to be this very particular walnut color. And the frame is gorgeous, and I really am happy to have purchased it. I did not have to do like a custom job. I just sourced that exact size I needed and bought a really good quality frame. And I think that's where you can invest a bit of money. So even if you are buying budget art and you're not investing a lot in a piece of art, having a nice frame can elevate it so well. And I think you can really get your money's worth in that department. Statement furniture. So not every piece of furniture, like large piece of furniture in your home, has to be a huge investment. I live in a tiny space, so there's only so many statement pieces of furniture that I can have, but we were on the lookout for a good mid-century credenza for a long time. And I didn't want to compromise on how it looked, the size of it. I had a very specific vision for it in mind, and I really wanted to invest in like one beautiful vintage piece. And I think this is where you could go vintage. You can find secondhand furniture that is made of really good quality wood. I mean, mine is teak veneer because back in the day, it was pretty much only veneer that was used. I think there was only a couple companies that used like solid teak, which is expensive. But even still, it is made of hard, like solid wood with veneer on top. I did invest a little bit into that piece, and I don't regret it because I really wanted that punchy statement piece. If you have a very specific vision in mind for your home and your decor, I can only fit certain sizes of things in certain places. I don't have all this square footage where I could be like, oh, I'm going to get a side table that's, I don't know, maybe this big, maybe this big. I don't have that luxury. So I was looking for a side table that would only fit in a very particular set of dimensions. And so to find that exact set of dimensions, I did have to spend a little more than I would for just a generic side table that I could get in any size. Specificity is where I think you can forgive yourself for spending a little bit more money, because if you have particular needs and you gotta have them met, then yeah, you might have to invest a little bit more rather than having that kind of open mind and being like, oh, you know, maybe I'll grab this or maybe I'll grab this. That's when you can kind of spend a bit less when you're more open. But if you have a lot of specificity in the items that you are seeking, that's where you can invest a little bit more in order to make things fit just right. Like a 1950s vacuum, I am looking for things to last in this home, and I want them to be durable. I want them to stand the test of time and take a beating and also be really stand out. And I think that's where you can invest a bit more money. Again, these things do not have to be extremely expensive by any means. Even investing more of your research hours and your time in order to find these pieces and source them, I think it's worth the investment for sure. And don't be afraid to look in thrift stores or consignment shops. Just make sure you do your due diligence and clean the heck out of them and steam them if you can. So yeah, happy hunting.